Then there are questions of religious values. They're different than the truth-seeking strategy. The values are things like thou shalt not kill. Where does a truth like that come from? If it doesn't come from the Bible, if it doesn't come from Scripture, where in the world does it come from? What is its status? How does it differ from Newton's law? Well, that's a whole story in itself, the status of a moral like that. And just quickly, where one of those insights comes from is really an extrapolation of thousands and thousands of years of empirical experience in the tribe, because most of those values were first enunciated about 2,000 or 3,000 years ago, and they were enunciated worldwide in China, Greece, Jerusalem, Israel, all over have their versions of those same truths. And you can see how, starting from a principle of 1,000,000 years ago, that if you see a stranger, try and kill him before he kills you. This would be the first principle you might have. And as the tens of thousands of years, I mean, obviously, it was also crucial to learn to cooperate. So there were strong values towards cooperation and also strong values of competition. Those groups that didn't develop any cooperative skills, they lost out too. You had to at least get it together to create a polity that could hold a tribe together, that through differentiated labor could produce enough stuff to hold off this other tribe who had discovered the advantages of cooperation. So you built cooperative centers, but at the same time one of them might attack another. So both the men and the women in that tribe had to organize themselves so that they could withstand an attack from another tribe. This is described in a book called The Parable of the Tribes, which some of you will know. But it's not really original to that book. It's obvious and kind of Darwinian in a way. And then it became clear that although you might want to be on guard to kill people in another tribe, you did not want to kill anybody within your own tribe, because it destabilized your own tribe if you committed murder within it. And it ruined chances of cooperation, which in turn resulted in your being conquered next time another tribe took it upon itself to take you over. So you had to have a dictum that said, thou shalt not kill within your tribe. Well, tribes, as you know, became nations, and the circumference within which it was advisable not to kill got larger steadily. And somewhere about 2,000 or 3,000 years ago, somebody extrapolated to the whole world and said, thou shalt not kill, period. Mo-Tzu did it in China, Moses did it in the Middle East, and several others. And it became a moral principle which we from then on kind of ignored selectively. But things reversed at that point. From instead of be ready to kill, it became only kill if you have to. It flipped. Now we're way out to gigantic superpowers within which we're not supposed to kill, and we're only supposed to kill them if they try and kill us first. And we're right on and the nuclear weapons arise within this picture and suggest that we must heed the Ten Commandments, or we will bring on us the results of the deterrent strategy. In other words, you can only kill if you initiate killing, it's suicide. So the Ten Commandments become self-enforcing in a nuclear world. And it's pretty clear that someone could have intuited that, and several people did, and that the status of these moral values is much deeper than the status of many aspects of the self models, which I'm saying here we have to be willing to give up. These other ones, like the values and the truth-seeking strategies, seem very likely to carry on because they come from extrapolations of enormous bodies of empirical experience and from watching the creative process subjectively and externalizing it in metaphor and myth, and using that to animate whole societies.